Let's watch this. This came out 10 hours ago. I'll probably get copyrighted for this one too, but let's check this one out real quick. This is the one I want to watch.
Matty Conrad.
What's up, GQ? This is
So I actually know him, Matty Conrad, cool dude, man. We chopped it up at the Orlando premiere. He's got the powered mat, he's got power clips and stuff, and he was showing a lot of love to your boy. So it's cool seeing him on here with GQ magazine.
Fine Points. My name is Matty Conrad. I'm a men's grooming expert, and today we are going to go over the career evolution of Brad Pitt and some of his most iconic hairstyles. I've been working behind a chair in a barbershop now for over 27 years, and I can say with authority that the most common photograph that I see behind a chair in a barbershop is of Brad Pitt. Now, we were coming out of a period in the 1980s where everything was heavily inspired by a SoCal surf and skate vibe.
Bro, this guy knows his
stuff. If you look at the pictures
stuff,
of Brad
bro.
in the early 90s, you can really see the influence that he had for that. Very, very tapered out and built out on the sides. So instead of having these really shaved undercuts, things are looking a little fuller, a little wider. And
you know how long the side of his hair was? Like, people used to come to the shop, bro. Y'all don't know this because y'all, a lot of you guys are young. But people used to come into the shop asking for stuff like that. Bro, they getting a number 2 on the side, a number 3 on the sides. We didn't know how to do any of that stuff. But I'm going to tell you this right now, bro. This dude, Matty Conrad, he knows his stuff, bro.
this is really the embodiment of that shape. The look that he created for his character in A River Runs Through It was very much a classic look, something that became very, very popular in the 90s. It was sort of a bowlish shape with very tight, clean sides.
We wasn't getting haircuts like that where I was from, bro. We was getting, I remember all evens were popular, low tapers were popular. Remember the double lineup, the double lineup and like designs and stuff. But I do remember every now and then Justin Bieber's would come in, bro, and ask for a cut. I'm telling you, we'd be hiding. We would be hiding. Like, no, you take them. No, you take them. And every time it was a customer complaint, bro. Every time.
Good on Brad. He can wear this style. And this was the first movie role where he really got...
It's amazing to see how far the industry has come. The level of education. Like, now you can go to a barber in an urban area, in, you know, inner city area. A lot of them dudes can do this haircut because of guys like Matty Conrad, because of guys like Joshua Peak, because of YouTube. Rum Barber. They're teaching us these cuts, man.
Noticed as the potential for a leading man. This is really him breaking into that aspect of the industry, and he keeps this very youthful kind of look. The influence of grunge music starts to take off. And you can see into the 90s as he kind of starts to grow out a beard for the first time, his hair gets a little longer, has a little bit more of that Kurt Cobain influence. The role that he was growing his hair out for was the movie California, where he plays a little bit more of a darker side. Now, post the movie California, Brad continued to grow his hair out, and the longer hair was something that became synonymous with his look, especially when he aced movies like Legends of the Fall.
I don't remember any of these movies.
For a lot of actors. And even still outside of the scope of acting and offset, they still have a tendency to embody those vibes. Now we're in 1995, and Brad is booked in the movie Seven, a role for which he completely changed his look by
I've done content like this before for YouTube, like the company YouTube. It's insane, bro, like the amount of preparation this guy had to do for this. This is all stuff that GQ probably brought to Matty. Matty had to go do some research, bro. He had to go do some research and put this together because so far, 4 out of 5 of the movies he's talking about, I've never even watched. And I know Brad Pitt.
his hair very, very short. Let's look into 1997, where he started dating Gwyneth Paltrow. Her very iconic hairstyle looked very similar to his when he was dating Jennifer Aniston, and she had those weird twisty dread things. Even when the Rachel haircut for Jennifer Aniston became completely iconic, his was not trailing too far behind.
Why has he got
In the late 90s came possibly one of his most iconic looks. Now, Fight Club was an exaggeration of the shorter style that he was wearing before, that idea of bedhead and that influence of punk. But instead of keeping things short and contained, they were let a little bit loose. These are not my favorite shapes on Brad. The reason for that being is because he has what we call kind of a traditionally handsome face shape. It's rectangular, square.
Looking crazy.
And that's always
Do you guys see how much a haircut can do for somebody? That's why I need to get my haircut more often, because I posted a video where I saw somebody shotgunning a Truly, and I looked at him and I made like it was just a funny video. If you haven't checked out my Instagram or my shorts or my TikToks, go check out that video. It's hilarious. But I had a fresh fade, beard was clean. I need to get back to that, man.
But you can see in 2008, the following year, he made a little bit of nod to the Biebs. This little side
Bro, why was everybody with straight hair trying to pull off the Biebs, bro? Yo, my man looked like a chick, bro.
But you can see in 2008, the following year, he made a little bit.
That's a woman's haircut, bro.
A nod to the Biebs. This little side swept bang in this moppy, bullish top. Going back to a more modern military film for Brad Pitt meant having shorter, more military spec hair. So when he filmed Inglourious Bastards in 2009, you can really see the influence of that 1940s era where everybody.
Do y'all remember when everybody was getting the undercut because of this damn movie? Everybody was getting the undercut because of this damn movie.
His hair was kept very nice and short and clean. At the time in the 1940s, a finely groomed mustache would have been considered something of clean, kind of upper class society. But wearing it past filming was a bold choice because most people didn't consider mustaches in fashion at that point. The 1950s was all about rock and roll. Guys like Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis. They all started growing their hair out longer into a style called the pompadour, which is what Brad has in this photo. As the hair grows a little bit longer too, Brad starts to express himself through facial hair. Goatees are usually for guys that are trying to elongate their face shape. So when you take somebody with a square face shape or a square jawline, add a goatee to it to elongate it even more, it becomes less flattering the longer it gets.
Looking
I'm not
crazy.
gonna call Brad out for growing his facial hair. I mean, let the guy do what he wants. You can see now heading closer into the 20 teens, he really likes
this the one that went crazy. The Fury cut, everybody was trying to get this cut right here.
In the movie Fury. This took what was already a simmering style trend of these old school classic haircuts and it poured gasoline on it. As soon as everybody saw this movie or even just saw the movie poster, guys were flooding into barbershops asking for this hairstyle. It probably helped that also similar to his style as seen in the show Peaky Blinders. The haircut itself looked like it had been done with a pair of hand clippers in the back of a tank in World War II.
Facts.
He just went with what was authentic, and I really admire that about it.
That's facts. It looked like a haircut you'd get while you were in the military during those times.
It was absolutely a huge, huge fashion trend, and Fury is probably going to go down as one of his most iconic roles.
One of the things that I learned just from knowing some barbers that actually cut in Hollywood, and I know some barbers that have, they don't cut to give the best possible cut. They give cuts to fit the role, to fit the times. It just wouldn't be realistic to have a blurry ass fade and you're in the middle of a damn war. You know what I mean?
In 2019, the film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was a story of the golden age of Hollywood in 1969. So of course, Brad got to grow his hair back out for a very fitting role as a stuntman in that film, and it was absolutely perfectly on point. This is in fact transitioning away from that Mad Men era into more of that 70s grown out kind of longer shapes. This guy just can't lose. He looks amazing with long hair. He looks amazing with short hair. His personality really shines through all those looks, and there is a bit of a consistency.
Yo, I really rock with Matty. Let's look at the comment section real quick and see what they talking about. This is one of the most magnificent beards I've ever seen. All right. The comments saying it's a bunch of chicks. I ain't trying to read all that, but I do want to put y'all on to if you guys don't know who Matty is, I do want to put y'all on to who Matty is real quick. Let me go to the gram, y'all. He is the owner. You guys might know his products. So he's the owner of Victory Brand. I believe he's the founder, one of the founders. I believe. I could be wrong. He's definitely the face of the company every time I see him. Victory Brand. So if you guys know about Victory Brand, that's the guy. That's part of that. So how many of y'all know about Victory Brand? That's funny. I'm wearing a Victory Brand apron as we speak. Laugh my ass off. That's funny.